China has invited India to join the Beidou satellite navigation system independently developed by China. However, India chose to reject this invitation. At the same time, some Indian media have even made high-profile claims that Indian scientists are developing the world's most advanced GPS system, whose performance will be comparable to the US GPS system and China's Beidou system. So, why does India refuse to join the Beidou satellite navigation system? How advanced is the satellite navigation system being developed by India? If you like our video content, please click to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can receive all our latest video content. Now, let's get into today's topic. With the development of globalization and the advancement of science and technology, satellite navigation systems have become an indispensable part of a modern country. As early as the 1970s, the United States took the lead in launching a satellite navigation system called GPS. In addition to the United States, Russia and many European countries have also built their own navigation satellite systems. As a country that aims to surpass the United States, China also began building the Beidou satellite navigation system in 1994. After years of hard work, the Beidou satellite was finally successfully launched in 2020, becoming the third mature satellite navigation system after the US GPS and Russia's GLONASS. As a global satellite navigation system independently constructed by China, the Beidou navigation system provides high-precision and high-reliability positioning, navigation, and time services. According to official data, the positioning accuracy of the Beidou system can reach a range of 2.5 meters to 5 meters. Thanks to the excellent performance of the Beidou system is used more than 210 billion times a day, with more than 200 million related users. Therefore, it brings 470 billion yuan in benefits to China. As of 2023, 138 countries have signed satellite cooperation agreements with China for the Beidou satellite developed by China. What's even more shocking is that this number is still growing today. But it is worth noting that India, the most populous country, refuses to join the list of Beidou satellite cooperation. What is going on? In the past few years, China has repeatedly invited India to join the Beidou system, but India rejected it. On the contrary, India said that they will carry out a shocking project, which is to develop the world's most advanced GPS. According to its project plan, India has invested a total of up to $280 million in the development of the world's most advanced satellite navigation system. It is worth noting that India has even claimed that its performance will be comparable to that of the United States GPS and China's Beidou. In fact, this satellite navigation system from India is called IRNSS and consists of 7 navigation satellites. As early as 2006, after the satellite project was approved by the government, the IRNSS satellite navigation system began secret planning and design. Construction started in 2013. After more than 3 years and $280 million spent, IRNSS was successfully launched. As India's first satellite system, IRNSS has a coverage range of 1,500 kilometers and ensures continuous operation with navigation accuracy within a range of 20 meters. With high-precision positioning and navigation services, India has occupied a place in the field of international navigation satellite systems. So, can it really be comparable to the American GPS and China's Beidou satellite? Compared with the American GPS positioning system, IRNSS has similar functions. But in terms of design concept, IRNSS pays more attention to user privacy and security. The GPS positioning system is public. Therefore, the GPS positioning system's ability to protect user privacy and security is slightly weaker than IRNSS. When compared with China's Beidou satellite, there is a certain gap in signal coverage between India's IRNSS navigation system and China's Beidou satellite system. Because the IRNSS was established to meet India's domestic needs, while the Beidou satellite system was designed for global applications. Therefore, the working coverage area of IRNSS is much smaller than that of Beidou satellite and GPS. At the same time, there is also a gap between the system maturity of IRNSS navigation satellites and satellites launched by other countries. Although the performance values are estimates based on system design and theoretical performance, this does not mean that the IRNSS system can achieve this accuracy in every positioning situation in actual applications. Affected by many factors, including signal obstruction, multipath effect, receiver performance, etc. Therefore, there is a larger gap between IRNSS and other satellite systems in other aspects of performance. In order to make up for the shortcomings in IRNSS performance, India has increased investment in the project. In fact, the positioning accuracy of satellite navigation systems is determined by many factors, including the number of satellites, satellite distribution, receiver performance, signal propagation environment, etc. As of 2023, IRNSS has successfully launched 9 satellites, but 2 of them have failed, and the remaining 7 make up India's existing regional navigation system. According to the project plan, India will eventually establish a 24-satellite navigation system, which will be able to provide navigation services around the world in the future. Despite India's ongoing efforts, future outcomes remain less clear. Therefore, there is still a certain gap between India's navigation system and China's Beidou system. Perhaps only when India completes the networking of 24 satellites will it be able to reach the midterm level of China's Beidou system Phase 3 project. So why doesn't India directly participate in China's satellite cooperation invitation and instead develop and manufacture it on its own? In fact, the origins of IRNSS can be traced back to the 1999 Kargil War. Until then, India had relied on the US GPS positioning system and Russia's GLONASS positioning system. Although this meets India's usage needs to a certain extent, India will still be subject to many restrictions during daily use. Especially when the war came, the United States even refused to provide GPS services to India, which prompted the Indian government to consider establishing its own navigation system. Out of the same considerations, India also decided to refuse to cooperate with China. Not only that, India has doubts about the security of China's Beidou system. This is because safety issues have become an aspect that must be paid attention to in the construction and application of satellite navigation systems. Although China's Beidou system has made tremendous progress, due to historical and territorial disputes between China and India, India suspects that China's use of the Beidou system threatens India's national security. This threat can attack Indian ground communication equipment from the perspective of security vulnerabilities in satellite positioning systems and cyber attacks. In view of this potential risk, India is more willing to believe in the independently developed IRNSS satellite system.